Okay, ready to rock and roll?
Yes, sir.
Hello, world. Hello, Chris.
Hello, Emil. Hello, world. Hello, community. How's it going?
Well, I don't know if the community, but with me, I'm pretty good. Super, super busy. Like trying to paint the world a little bit green. But yeah, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. And yourself?
Oh, yeah, kind of same here. It's been a busy week with a billion meetings. I
Oh,
don't know if it's due to people trying to leave to their summer vacation or coming back, but oh well, better than nothing to do. That's kind of my motto, rather
yeah.
than sit around and wondering what should I do all week. It's okay. Had a lot of communication internally and externally, so yeah, I'm happy it's Friday. Let's put it that way.
That's right. That's right. Hey, it's our catch-up time. So, open source news. I shared the article about the open source graphical calculator with you.
Yes.
What is your take on
Yes.
that?
Oh, that was pretty cool because for one, I think kind of Linux and using the Linux kernel or little Linux operating system to power the calculator is a pretty cool thing, because it's a scientific instrument and with open sourcing the software on this instrument, it makes it accessible for anybody who wants to use it within their scientific experiments or their scientific work.
Yeah.
But what was mentioned on the page when I kind of Googled around the internet for it is that they've also open sourced the hardware and the hardware design. And that's a pretty cool thing for one, because they hardly ever do it. A lot of companies will try to be open, but when it comes to their design branding and their design elements, they're completely closed. And the second thing, and that just hit me after I read it, was with open sourcing the actual hardware design and the upcoming of digital 3D printers,
Mm-hmm.
that means that in the best case, maybe people could use free software and a free design and their own 3D printer to make a calculator.
Yeah, that's
You know,
exactly, yeah, that's what they promote as well. So if you buy their ready-made machine, it also has some elements how you can 3D print your own cover for it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That thinking about, using it in schools or something, you cannot. I always, the calculator for me was a machine of oppression. When I
Yeah.
had to take it in my hand, oh God, it's math coming down the road. Otherwise, it was Casio and Texas Instruments. I think that was
Exactly.
mentioned in the
Yeah.
article, kind of
Yeah.
had the
Yeah.
monopole in the calculated dynasty. And that's opening everything up. But what's even cooler is, instead of just having a machine and saying, you need this to do your homework and you need this to do this and that, you can actually teach kids about the technology behind it. And that, I imagine, would be real fun,
Yeah.
trying to build something like that in my class or learning stuff about 3D printing, learning about open source software, about Linux. So I think it's just a really great learning tool and learning initiative. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll find some articles in the future of schools, universities. I don't know who else, scientific workers using it. That would be
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I definitely promote it to the cameraman, his teacher, the mathematical teacher, because they are forced only one brand, and they are only allowed to buy one brand of calculator right now, and if this machine is there as well, it gives you all the flexibility as a mathematical instructor to to allow your students to use this new machine.
I mean, I don't know how it is in the meantime, but I do remember when I was younger, technology as is wasn't as accessible and as cheap, made
No.
in China as it is today. And I do remember for the one or the other family, it was even a struggle, to put like 80, 90, 100 euros
Yeah.
on the table for a calculator. And there were no other options. You could order it via the school and already got a discount, but it still was very expensive. And this is, like an open form, which is really, really cool. I mean, they mentioned it costs like pre-built.
Yeah, 90 euros, something? Yeah, 90 euros.
Or you can use it for so much more than just doing calculations. So I think that's a pretty cool initiative. That's, you're always the master of cool open sourcey tools and toys and stuff. And that was a good article again, man. Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome, you're welcome. Hey, and the other article I shared, the second topic, and also the latest topic for today, because we want to keep it short today, is the open source security thingy.
Open source software security foundation.
Exactly. I've been very lazy because I shared the article. I thought, oh, that's fantastic, but I've been too busy or had other priorities. So please, instead of reading the article, tell me, what did I not read?
So basically, it is a pretty cool and maybe even important milestone. So the biggest industry leaders who are definitely heavily involved in software, and some of them even or also heavily involved in open source software, have decided to make a foundation to talk about the topic of security in this open source software, because you and I know it very, very well. Very often, people will switch to Linux as an example, as a platform, and say, well, it's Linux, it's safe. I don't need a virus scanner. I don't need to care about security issues because I'm using Linux, and that simply just isn't true. Software will be software, and if you have a target for somebody to hack into your software, they'll try and do it. But even more important, and that's actually this really positive push that I'm seeing through industry leaders being part of this foundation, is what we do even more often nowadays. Sometimes we know about it and sometimes we don't, is give our data to Google and to IBM, and we up and download stuff to the internet. And since we're not responsible for running the cloud-based systems that we put our software or our work or our data on, who knows how secure that is? And a lot of that in the meantime is open source software being used, Linux systems being used. So it's really, really great to see that for one, big companies are taking corporate responsibility to say, let's make our software that we're using secure and create standards that are basically replicable, so everybody can use these standards. And the second thing is, I think I've talked about it to you or in my other webcast, where I was saying, let's not give away our responsibility for our data and our data security just because we're using a third party or a vendor who offers this as a service. So for me, that's kind of a cool step to see, okay, security is a relevant topic. It is a relevant topic for the industry too. And let's see what comes from this foundation. There's a billion foundations out there. And I'm hoping this is not one of the foundations they just do to get a better image or to save some taxes. But I believe with the relevancy and how everything was mentioned and the information we have now, it's going to be a great initiative.
Here's the article, Mr. Cameraman. OpenSSF it is called. But I see it's also supported by Linux Foundation. So if you talk about 1 million projects, but if it's also supported by the Linux Foundation, I guess it will have some grounding.
That's what I'm guessing. I mean, this is a great topic. I don't know. Could you tell at the moment, just with us basically communicating via a platform, where our data is going? Where are these pictures? How are they being sent? In the easiest case, I can tell you. Okay, my machine here is secure. I have a security, not only a virus, but a security scanner. I have a very protective setup. I'm behind the company domain. They have their security. But we're pumping this once through the internet, through different endpoints, through different knots of the internet. But I think it's very, very important that we actually now, as a fully digital world, and even more after kind of having a massive push in digital transformation during this pandemic and lockdown, that we actually really take time, resources, and brand experts to tackle the security topic. And the foundation is a perfect place for that.
Wow, thank you very much, Professor Branson.
Thank you very much, Mr. Brock, the journalist and sharer. So this is perfect teamwork.
And
we go too hard.
We should do something with this. Maybe create a video or something out of it.
Ooh.
What do you think?
Really? Yeah, awesome.
Hey, but any great things looking forward for the weekend?
Oh, I hope I'm not gonna sweat so much because it's still so crazy hot. And I've tried this twice now this week to get on my bike and go out biking. And by the time I hit the end of the block, I was like, no, I'm not gonna do this. I don't just want to pass out and fall off my bike. So I'm hoping with a little luck I can get some biking in. Otherwise, just enjoy life as is. Maybe visit my family, visit some friends. Just the usual goodness,
Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay,
What do
well
you-
then I wish you a good rest of the Friday. And thanks everybody for watching. If you like this contribution to the world, then please leave a comment, like, retweet, whatever you like to do with it. If you have questions or topics that we could talk about during the Friday catch-up, let us know. So I say
Have a great Friday. Bye bye.
thanks, bye bye.